Shalom. I like to give all honor, praises, and glory to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem, Rakah HaKodash. Double honors to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone who rule well, taught me this truth. Peace and salutations to the Akim, preaching his word with truth and sincerity around the four corners. And peace and salutations to the Akim and the Akwath. You know, the true believers of the hopeful elect. Lord's willing, I'll be part of that number. Just coming back in the spirit and theme of prophecy. Talk about, coming up is the elections, and you got Kamala Harris, Scamalot Harris, and you got Donald Trump. A lot of people don't know about Donald Trump is that, you know, he has a lot of wicked decrees coming past if he gets in office. So I got a news article on that. I'm gonna read it, get some precepts, and the Lord's willing, this to be edifying. I brought this out before, but I feel I need to bring it out again because I ain't really touched too much on it. This is a speed read. This is from The Week. It says Trump's plan for a second term reportedly includes firing squads, hangings, and group executions. And as you can see, a lot of people don't know about this. Let me read a little bit of this. As Donald Trump's second re-election bid begins to pick up steam in the new year, details about the former president's plans for his return to the White House have begun to emerge, including a new report from Rolling Stone, which alleges Trump has begun polling his advisors on whether he should bring back firing squads, hangings, even the guillotine, should he win in 2024. And this was, I believe this was published last year, February 14th. So even since back then, he's been talking about bringing back the guillotine, fire squads, hangings. You know, that's what's coming to America. You best believe, even if Kamala Harris gets in office, Scamalot Harris gets in office, that heathen. Even if she gets in office, you best believe that there's going to be these types of things going on in America. Because this is just part of Jacob's trouble. Hold on, let me get a precept before I continue. This is the book of Jeremiah, chapter 30, verse 5. For thus saith the Lord, we have heard a voice of trembling and not of peace. So, ask ye now and see whether a man doth travail with child. The answer to that is no. Men don't give birth to children. But it's a build up to something. Look at this. Wherefore do I see every man with his hands on his loins as a woman in travail, and all faces are turned into paleness. Alas, meaning destruction. For that day is great, so that none is like it. It is even the time of Jacob's trouble, but he shall be saved out of it. Yeah. See? This is the time of Jacob's trouble. It hasn't picked up yet, but it's coming. The build is building up to the crescendo point. And Trump would be the right guy, and would be the right guy for the job if he gets into office. It says, according to two sources, according to two sources, the former president has even begun exploring the possibility of group executions, with a third person claiming Trump has expressed interest in a government ad campaign to highlight the administration's lethality. And per Rolling Stone source, help put the fear of God into violent criminals. A Trump campaign spokesperson denied the former president had plans for an execution ad campaign in a statement to Rolling Stone. I mean, whether he has an ad campaign for execution or not, we know that this is what he wants to do, and this is what the global elites want to do. Because it doesn't matter who runs for office or for the presidency. They're all just puppets to the international top banking families, you know. Most likely they come from Council of Foreign Relations or the Trilateral Commission, you know, these secret societies. Matter of fact, let me get another preset. This is out in the open. There's a book of Isaiah chapter 29 verse 15. It says, woe unto them that seek deep to hide their counsel from the Lord, and their works are in the dark, and they say, who seeth us and who knoweth us? Yeah, this goes to them top banking families. You know, like the Rockefellers, the Rothschilds, the Rockefellers, the Gettys, the DuPonts, the Schicklgrubers. You know, those families, the ones you don't hear about, the hidden banking families, the hidden hands. It says Trump's fascination with the death penalty has long been on public display, stretching back to his call to execute the Central Park Five. 5 young black and Latino men, yeah, those Israelites, accused of rape and assault in the late 1980s. All were exonerated. Yeah, if you do a simple Google search, You can look up the Central Park 5. And I remember, I kind of remember that story. I ain't no kinda, I remember that story. You know, so-called white woman accused them of rape in Central Park, and they all got put in jail, all for that lady's accusation. That was when Esau was riding high, you know, not like now. He's still riding high, but not as high off of his law, you know, the Constitution. It says, as Rolling Stone had previously reported, Trump had ended his first term by executing more than 4 times as many convicted persons in his final 6 months in office as the federal government had killed in total over the prior half century. He also signed an executive order in those last weeks in office that expanded the federal government's ability to conduct hangings and firing squads as methods of execution. And you best believe that's for you Jakes. You know? When because they're going to make the RFID CHIP mandatory, and when they do, if you don't take it, you're going to be thrown in the concentration camp. You might get thrown to the guillotine or the firing squad or the hangings. So you have to get your mind mentally prepared for this. This is what's coming to America. You know? You shouldn't be worried about basketball season or football season or what's going on with the World Series or anything like that. The elections, all that is back burner material. The only thing you should be worried about is this. You know, we got a few more prophecies to come to pass, and then the Lord returning. That's all you should be focused on and worried about. Let me see. It says, and during his campaign launch in November, Trump made a special point to highlight a call to execute everyone who sells drugs or gets caught selling drugs if given a second term. Yeah, but all you DRUG sellers, all you dealers, you know, you witches and warlocks. Yeah, that's what it is. You're being a witch and a warlock when you sell drugs. Trump, you better take heed. Trump is not playing. He's trying to execute you Israelites. Let me see. Oh, it is the last. The latest report has earned harsh rebukes from some, including journalist Oliver Willis, who called it the kind of fascist Republican primary voters love, citing a 2016 campaign event in which Trump enthusiastically lauded the disproven myth that U.S. General John Pershing summarily executed dozens of Muslim prisoners in the Philippines with ammunition dipped in pig's blood. Semaphore, Washington Bureau Chief Benji Sarlin wryly noted that now Trump was moderating his stance ahead of 2024 before he was just favored summary executions while defiling the bodies. I'll let you know that's it. Can't never trust these Edomites, man. Matter of fact, let me get that since I'm here. There's the book of Ecclesiasticus, also known as Sirach, chapter 12, verse 10. It says, "Never trust thine enemy, for like as iron rusteth, so is his wickedness." Yeah, you can't trust these devils, man. They are not to be trusted. But Jake is gone. Jake is going to watch on November 5th. Jake going up to vote. Jake going up to vote to see who's the better candidate to pick. Neither one of them. And to be honest, that's breaking the law when you do that. Pertaining to Deuteronomy, the 17th chapter, you're not supposed to choose a king that's not of your brethren. And neither one of them are Israelites. So Jake stay going off. Verse 11, "Though he humble himself and go crouching, yet take good heed, and beware of him. And thou shalt be unto him as if thou hast wiped a looking glass, and thou shalt know that his rust hath not been altogether wiped away." Yeah. Just like when you look in a looking glass, you're going to see that it's still kind of rusty. Same thing with the so-called white man. Esau can't hide his wickedness forever. You know? Yeah, Esau can't hide his wickedness forever. And you best believe he's not going to hide it when election time comes. If he gets in office, rather. If Esau get in office, not Esau, Salakia. If Trump gets in office, because Esau going to get in office one way or another. But if Trump gets in office, he's not going to hide his devilish nature. You already see through this article what he wants to do. He wants to bring back group executions. Speaking of that, it's going to get crazy out here. This Revelation chapter 12, verse 12 says, "Therefore rejoice ye heavens, and ye that dwell in them. Woe to the inhabitants of the earth and of the sea, for the devil is come down unto you, having great wrath, because he knoweth that he hath but a short time." Yeah. Yeah. as you can see, the devil is coming down onto you having great wrath because he know that he have but a short time. Just like it says in Job the 14th chapter, that links up with that precept. That the Lord has given him bounds that he cannot pass, seeing his days are determined. You know, since Esau has a short time to rule, he's going to be throwing the kitchen sink at Jake. At the world, for that matter. But we're only concerned about Jake, the so-called blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans. You know? That's why you better pay attention. That's why you hear Trump coming down with these unrighteous decrees. There's the book of Wisdom of Solomon, chapter 2, verse 10. It says, "Let us oppress the poor righteous man. Let us not spare the widow, nor reverence the ancient gray hairs of the aged." And then this is what, if he gets into office, this is what this entails. He's not gonna regard the youth or the babies or the ancient people, you know, the elderly. He's gonna go for that's gonna be a all-out blitz for Jake. Here's the point, verse 11. "Let our strength be the law of justice, and that which is feeble is found to be nothing worth." So Jake better wake up and smell the coffee. You shouldn't go and vote. And above all, when the micro C-HIP is made mandatory, you shouldn't take it. You do not take it. If you take it, there's no repentance for you. You're going to be part of Revelation 14th chapter. You know? You're going to drink of that cup of the Lord's wrath without mixture. Straight shots, no chaser. But Lord's willing, you was edified. Till next time, I'm going to say shalom to the elect.